Welcome to the Trustyhire Podcast, where we talk all about how to hire the most qualified virtual assistants for your company while also keeping costs low. So in today's video, we're talking about a hot topic for lots of business owners, which is managing employees overseas effectively. So as more and more companies are considering hiring overseas to save on the hiring costs, it also comes with the challenge of managing those employees. So in this video, we're talking all about that. The first thing I want to talk about is definitely a no-brainer, which is to establish really good communication channels. So you want to establish clear communication channels, such as what kind of platforms you're going to use to communicate. You can use Slack for chat messages or Zoom for video meetings. Also, a big thing to not forget to do is to set expectations on how quickly they should respond to you. I know some VAs that take a long time to respond, and this just helps keep everyone on the same page. Next thing you want to do to manage employees effectively overseas remotely is to do regular check-ins. You can do this daily, weekly, or bi-weekly, but basically you want to make this a routine and something that they expect to do. So during this check-in meeting, you want to encourage them to share any updates that they have or any challenges or questions that they may have as well. I know some employers like to do an end of the day report where the VA sends them a quick summary of what they did during the day. So you can consider that as well. So another thing to keep in mind is time zones. So you want to be mindful of where your team members are, and if it's possible, you want to definitely work in their time zone so they don't have to stay up late at night, unless it's a role like customer service where they have to be working US business hours. Another thing you want to do is to maintain strong company culture, and I know this can be difficult to do remotely, but some things you can do are organizing virtual team building activities on Zoom, including like game nights or happy hours. Also, another thing that's super important is to celebrate any achievements that the team has. This really helps build company morale and just builds trust between everyone. Another thing that I see that not enough business owners do enough is to set very, very clear goals and expectations. You can use the SMART criteria, which is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So for example, if your VA is a social media manager, you can set goals such as posting 2 TikToks and 2 Reels per day, also increasing follower count by 500 every 2 weeks. Just make sure to keep track of these goals during your check-ins. Also, having the right project management tools is super important for keeping a remote team organized. You definitely want to invest in project management tools like ClickUp, Trello, or Asana. You also want to invest in kind of cloud storage solutions like Google Drive or Dropbox. And also something I feel is very underused in helping build remote teams is recording software. So softwares like Loom can really help teams that work asynchronously. So you can basically use Loom to screen record your page and kind of do a walkthrough of how you would do a certain task and then send that to your VA so they know exactly what the step-by-step tasks are. So this is a lot more clear than just writing all the steps out on paper. And the best thing about this is you can reuse that same video for your future VA so that you don't have to record the video and present it live every single time. Another thing you want to keep in mind when managing remote teams overseas is the cultural difference. So you want to take time to understand the cultural differences. For example, the work culture in the Philippines is very different than the work culture in the US. So you just want to have some level of understanding of their work culture and just implement that within your day-to-day operations. Last but not least, you want to instill a culture of work-life balance. So you want to encourage your team to set boundaries, and especially if they are salaried employees, you want to make sure that they don't work overtime all the time and they are taking time to rest. If they're salaried, you also may want to offer flexible work hours so that they feel like they have more autonomy over their hours and over their work. And also just overall makes them more productive if they're working during hours that they feel the best. Also make sure to do regular check-ins with them. Doesn't need to be any like work check-ins, but just kind of ask how they're doing just to show that you care about them and you care about their well-being. That's it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.